From the pages of the Ring magazine, April of 1963 comes a thundering time capsule from boxing's most fiercely contested era, where champions were made in blood, sweat, and silence, not social media. This was the magazine that mattered. And this issue, volume 42, number 3, delivered everything the fight world needed to read. Editor Nat Fleischer opens with a blazing editorial defending boxing from its many political enemies. In the wake of Benny Kid Perry's tragic death in the ring, state investigations were threatening to outlaw the sport entirely. Fleischer counters with brutal clarity, citing statistics that show more deaths in football, racing, even baseball, than boxing. He doesn't mince words. Boxing is being scapegoated, and the ring takes a stand for its honor. Kenny Lane's confessional, titled "I'm Changing My Tune," is a standout. The once defensive spoiler admits to changing his ring style into an aggressive, come-forward puncher. His narrative is rich with anecdotes from his Michigan upbringing, including backyard fights with his brothers and managing a self-service laundry to secure his future. Lane reflects on his near-miss title shot against Joe Brown and confidently declares that Carlos Ortiz is the lightweight champion he most wants to face and beat again. The rankings section follows, led by Allure as Fighter of the Month with global ratings showcasing boxing's finest in every weight class. No hype, no spin, just hard numbers and deserved placements. Then comes a beautiful retrospective on the incomparable Benny Leonard, a genius in the ring whose photos alone are worth the price of the issue. The layouts are reverent, the tone respectful, the ring never forgets its greats. Patterson is next in the spotlight with a serious call for a rematch against Sonny Liston. The magazine argues that one stunning loss should not erase Floyd's record, and that redemption may yet be possible. Meanwhile, the Frantic Punch series continues with its second part, examining wild swings that changed fights and lives. Another must-read, they tried documents boxers who came close but never got their shot at glory. These are men who packed houses and thrilled crowds, but whose names never ended up on belts. Their stories are sobering and compelling. A feature on the scarcity of boxing promoters reveals an aging and shrinking class of event organizers with concern that fresh blood isn't stepping in. From Tokyo to Manila, U.S. threats to boxing baffle the Far East, investigates how American policy and criticism affect boxing's global development. Nations like the Philippines and Japan fear that political interference could tarnish boxing's reputation abroad, just as it thrives in their own arenas. In the wrestling section, a rare but welcomed entry for Ring magazine, Lou Thesz is profiled after reclaiming the World Heavyweight Wrestling title. The piece is brief but carries weight, literally and figuratively, as Thesz remains one of the most respected grapplers of his generation. Regional reports then take readers on a whirlwind tour from Philadelphia to Singapore, from Mexico City to Michigan, with quick hits on who is fighting whom, which arenas are booming, and what controversies are stirring up locker rooms. Seen and Heard by Jersey Jones is loaded with insider gossip, humorous jabs, and sharp observations. This month it includes a rant about referees who interfere too much and praise for managers who keep their boxers disciplined. Under Southern Skies by Tom Ephraim offers vivid commentary on the fight culture in places like North Carolina and Georgia, showing how the South is fast becoming a proving ground for rugged talent. Charlie Parrish delivers European gossip with flair, reporting from Britain, France, and beyond. He dives into the training styles of British contenders and how Germany is starting to produce disciplined, hungry young fighters. Johnny Sharp reports from the British Isles, giving insight into crowd reactions, controversial decisions, and the brewing rivalries between Manchester and London camps. Finally, the back pages are filled with smaller news blurbs and heartwarming nods to local heroes, fighters who may never win titles but have won their neighborhoods. This issue doesn't just inform, it immortalizes, it educates, it honors. If you bought the Ring magazine in April of 1963, you weren't just holding a magazine, you were holding the undisputed pulse of boxing. From Sonny Liston's shadow over the heavyweight division, to Kenny Lane's fresh fire for a second chance, to international tensions surrounding boxing's reputation, Every article packs a punch, and every section is soaked in sweat and truth. This was journalism with a left hook and a jab of dignity. And that's why we do From the Pages. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep these classic issues alive, because while the fights may be over, the stories, the lessons, and the legends, they live on. Until next time, keep your guard up, your chin down, and always respect